It's a new edition on Time to Change Me lecture. And you're once again welcome to the channel Time to Change Me in 10 minutes. My name is Salome Maku Amasa and I'm your lecturer for today. Today we are moving on to lesson 4, the engine and brakes of the heart. Some may ask, how do we apply brakes to the heart? And does the heart have an engine? Yes, today on our lesson, we are going to discuss. A car has an engine and it moves very fast when the driver steps on the accelerator. So is the desires that arises in our hearts. These desires makes us to run forward and we want to satisfy these desires. Many a times we have the heart and we have also the appetite to eat something, isn't it? So when we see an apple, we say this apple looks delicious. This ice cream tastes sweet. I wish I have it. And we want to satisfy these desires by eating them, isn't it? Yes. Same way, many youngsters, they have the heart. I want to be a great person. I want to be a TV producer. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a great person and a famous person. Many of these desires comes into our hearts and we want to run fast to accomplish them. Lovely people, the desires in our hearts and our body enter into action. But the most important thing is that we should not just follow any desire that comes in our heart, but we have to learn to control some of these desires. We don't just run after whatever we want, but just as we run, we have to also do what? We have to also stop. There are many people who have the heart, I want to have fun a little by playing games. So they end up playing game. But also they realize I have to study, I have to read my books. It's been a while I'm playing this game, so let me go back to studies. But they end up, it's difficult for them to go back to read their books because they've been addicted to playing games for some time. This is the reason why we should learn to control some of these desires. Else, we will just follow anything that comes inside us and we will do what? We become miserable at the end. Let's think about a car which has no brakes. How dangerous and how miserable this car or this driver would be. Today, let's look at the story about how eaglets are being trained. The eagle builds its nest at the edge of a high cliff and lays its eggs there. So after some time, the mother eagle tells the eaglets, it's time for you to come out of the nest, meaning it's time for you to fly. Lovely people, it is same. The first nest we have to come out is to come out from our fleshly desires. There are many desires that comes to us. We want to eat, we want to drink, we want to have fun, we want to enjoy ourselves, we want to sleep. These are some of the desires that visit us always. And if we do not come out from this first net of desire, we will end up becoming miserable and pitiful at the end. Let's think about the eaglets being in the nest, eating and drinking without flying. Lovely people, just as we have to come out from the nest, the second also is to come out from our thoughts. There are many thoughts also that keeps us. Like the eaglets may say, I am not grown yet. How can I fly? It is difficult to fly. Mommy will bring me food. Mommy will bring me this. So let me wait a while. Same way, our thoughts keeps us and it is difficult for us to come out from our nest. So we want to stay in the nest. Let's look at the life of this eagle. The eagle is meant to fly. The eagle is a volant animal that is made to fly. It's made to soar high. But if this eaglet should always be, or the eagle should always be at same place, then it is no different from a chicken. So, if also we do not come out from our nest of fleshly desires and we accept all the desires that visit us. I want to eat, I want to sleep, I want to do this or that. Before we realize, become pitiful and miserable. Why? Because we'll be in the addiction of sin, addiction of drinking, addiction of alcohol. Why do people face all these things? It's because they've made up their mind that they cannot come out. It is difficult. Yes, it is difficult to begin, like the eaglet, difficult to fly from the beginning. But as soon as it flies, it goes and faces the vast world. And out there is a beautiful life, there is the beautiful environment, there are great and amazing things in the vast world that they are being exposed to. Likewise, in our hearts also, in our lives also, there are great and amazing things out there. But if we are continuously staying in our nest, we do not apply brakes to the things that are eating us up or the things that are controlling our hearts, then we will end up being pitiful and miserable people. But that is not how God has made us. God has made our lives beautiful, like how God has made the eagle to be a violent animal. Same way, we are made to be great and amazing people. But if we do not come out from our fleshly desires and we do not apply brakes or control to these desires, we will end up being miserable and being pitiful and will destroy at the end. Last edition last edition we learned about economic growth and desires. Yes, our desires runs faster. It shoots up overnight, but the economy does not move fast like that. So if we do not apply self-control or we do not apply brakes to how fast the desires are rising in our hearts, we will follow them, and before we realize, we become pitiful and difficult, and the life becomes very miserable for us to live in. Lovely folks, today we will end here, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this edition. Meet you next time. Bye bye.